In the quiet echoes of my soul, a truth lies dormant, a burden heavy upon my heart. My name, a whispered secret in the shadows of vulnerability, is Sophia, a mere 22 revolutions around the sun marking my existence. The tapestry of my life was woven with threads of joy and laughter, but fate, in its capricious dance, chose to unravel the seams of familial harmony. A chapter unfolded some time ago when the bonds that held my parents together yielded to the strain of irreconcilable differences. A tempest of emotions swept through the corridors of our home as my mother and father embarked on separate journeys. The echoes of their parting words reverberated in the hollow spaces of my being, leaving me entangled in the web of sorrow and uncertainty. The dissonance of shattered vows echoed louder than the melody of familial bliss that once serenaded our days. In the aftermath of their separation, I found myself grappling with the jagged edges of a reality that seemed to shift beneath my feet. The somber hues of sadness painted the canvas of my world, and the weight of a fractured family pressed upon my tender shoulders. The tendrils of melancholy, like insidious vines, coiled around my spirit, threatening to choke the vibrancy that once defined me. As I stand on the precipice of my emotions, uncertain of the path that stretches before me, the poignant saga of my parents' divorce unfolds, and I, Sophia, navigate the tumultuous seas of change, seeking solace in the fragments of a past that slips further away with each passing moment. Amidst the shards of a fractured family, my journey led me to my mother's doorstep, where the delicate dance of relationships continued. Here, in the confines of her abode, a complex tapestry unfolded, woven with threads of tension and discord. In this new chapter of my life, my mother, entangled in the embrace of a new love, shared her space with a man who cast an enigmatic shadow over our once shared haven. As I stepped into the threshold of her home, I couldn't escape the palpable tension that hung in the air, a dense fog obscuring the clarity of familial bonds. My mother's boyfriend, a figure of conflicting emotions, became an unwelcome companion in the unfolding drama of my life. It wasn't the typical disdain that one might harbor for a new stepfather encroaching on the territory of a departed patriarch. No, my discomfort emanated from the erratic cadence of his behavior, a dissonant melody that grated against the harmony I sought. In the labyrinth of our shared living space, I found myself navigating the maze of strained relationships, all the while grappling with the discomfort that nestled in the corners of my heart. His peculiarities, like riddles without solutions, added a layer of mystique to the domestic landscape. Yet, beneath the surface, a brewing storm of emotions threatened to shatter the fragile equilibrium. As if scripted by fate, my mother, ensnared in the web of her own emotions, exhibited traces of jealousy that cast a shadow over our shared moments. The air grew heavy with unspoken words and lingering glances, a silent battleground where emotions clashed in a tumultuous struggle for dominance. In this realm of tangled emotions, I, Sophia, found myself caught between the gravitational forces of family dynamics, wrestling with the complexities of love, resentment, and the ever-elusive quest for understanding. The chapters of my life unfolded in unpredictable patterns, each page revealing a new facet of the intricate mosaic that is family. The arrival of my mother at my stepfather's abode was a tumultuous affair, a storm brewing on the horizon of our shared space. In the midst of the domestic symphony, her presence brought with it a crescendo of moralizing lectures that echoed through the walls, their impact leaving me teetering on the precipice of tears and, at times, even hysteria. Those conversations became the battlegrounds where our differing perspectives clashed, leaving wounds that festered beneath the surface. One recurring theme of contention was the canvas of my attire, a battlefield where my choices in clothing became a point of contention. Whether it was the audacious short skirts, the elegance of a dress, or the casual comfort of my pajamas, each ensemble seemed to elicit a disapproving gaze. My mother, in her role as arbiter of propriety, often expressed dissatisfaction, accusing me of dressing too provocatively. The stinging words, laden with disapproval, pierced through the fabric of my self-expression, leaving behind the residue of hurt and resentment. I found myself standing at the crossroads of self-discovery and maternal expectation, the clash between individuality and conformity echoing in the hallowed chambers of our shared home. Despite the wounded pride and the bubbling indignation, I, Sophia, hesitated to ignite the flames of confrontation. My inclination away from discord kept me silent in the face of her critiques, a choice driven by the desire to maintain a semblance of peace in our turbulent household. Yet, the undercurrent of jealousy that swirled around my mother persisted, like a tempest refusing to be quelled. Her constant incitement on topics of appearance and choices in attire only added fuel to the already smoldering embers of our strained relationship. In this domestic theater, where love and rivalry danced an intricate duet, I grappled with the paradox of maternal concern transforming into a volatile force, shaping the contours of our shared narrative in ways both unpredictable and heart-wrenching. Amid the tangled threads of our familial drama, a poignant moment etched itself into the narrative of my existence. One evening, exhaustion draped its heavy veil over my shoulders, and I succumbed to sleep in the desolate expanse of the hallway. No blanket, no pillow, just the cold embrace of the floor beneath me. I and the quiet of the night, my stepfather, a silent witness to the vulnerability that lay bare in my slumber, emerged as an unexpected hero. With gentle strength, he gathered me into his arms and carried me to the sanctuary of my bedroom, where the bed awaited, a haven from the harsh reality that encircled us. The dawn, however, birthed a storm. My mother, burdened with the weight of worry and stress, confronted the scene that unfolded in the aftermath of my nocturnal repose. The clash that ensued was not just a mere disagreement, it was a tempest, a manifestation of the simmering tensions that had long been festering beneath the surface. Words, sharp as daggers, cut through the air, each sentence a battlefield in the war of conflicting emotions. Accusations, fueled by frustration and fear, ricocheted off the walls of our shared space. The bedroom, once a sanctuary, now bore witness to a confrontation that threatened to fracture the already delicate bonds that held us together. In the crucible of that moment, I stood at the epicenter of a familial earthquake, torn between the love for my mother and the disquieting unease sown by her chosen companion. The fallout of that altercation lingered in the air, casting a lingering shadow over the days that followed, a testament to the fragility of relationships in the face of adversity. In the wake of the familial storm, a semblance of calm descended upon our lives, casting a soothing balm over the scars of our tumultuous past. Our home, once a battlefield, transformed into a sanctuary of quietude, the echoes of strife replaced by the gentle hum of normalcy. However, the tranquility proved ephemeral. One fateful night, in the midst of my customary repose, the serenity shattered. I felt a weight, massive and unwelcome, crashing down upon me. Startled, I opened my eyes to find my stepfather looming above, his presence an intrusion in the darkness. In the haze of sleep, I confronted a reality that defied comprehension. His feeble denials, punctuated by incoherent excuses, hung in the air like a discordant melody. Shock, disbelief, and a profound sense of violation gripped me, weaving a tapestry of emotions that begged for resolution. As the night yielded to the dawn, I awoke to a reality tainted by the unsettling incident. Determination firmed its grip on my heart, and with the first rays of sunlight, I resolved to reclaim agency over my narrative. The weight of my decision hung heavy in the air as I packed my belongings, a silent declaration of independence in the face of upheaval. The door closed behind me, sealing the chapter of my life within those walls. The journey that unfolded was one of self-discovery and resilience, a testament to the strength that emerges from the crucible of adversity. With each step away from the echoes of familial discord, I embarked on a path toward healing, armed with the courage to forge a destiny free from the shackles of a troubled past. In the aftermath of that unsettling night, a clandestine pact with my stepfather demanded my silence. Yet, the burden proved too heavy to bear, and I chose a path of truth. Rushing to my mother, I unveiled the shadows that danced in the corners of our shared reality. Her response, surprisingly composed, carried an air of resignation, a recognition, perhaps, of a narrative foretold. As promised, a storm of confrontation ensued, a tempest that raged for days on end. My emotions, a kaleidoscope of hurt and frustration, found solace in the shelter of a friend's home, a temporary refuge from the tumult that echoed through the walls of my past. In the quiet moments that followed, my stepfather's voice, heavy with remorse, reached out to me. Apologies, laden with regret, spilled from his lips like a balm seeking to heal wounds that time alone could mend. Days stretched into weeks, and weeks into months, a delicate dance of apology and forgiveness that lingered in the air like an unresolved melody. The passage of time, however, carried me toward a decision. 5 months marked the threshold of my endurance, and with the weight of newfound resilience, I ventured beyond the confines of a fractured home. The echoes of that tumultuous chapter lingered, but I stepped into the future, armed with the lessons of the past. As the door closed behind me once more, the threshold of a new beginning unfolded. The winding road ahead beckoned, and with each step, I embraced the promise of a life free from the shackles of a tumultuous past. The journey of self-discovery, tinged with both pain and triumph, had only just begun, a testament to the indomitable spirit that emerges from the crucible of adversity.